Like, yeah, the first time I watched Gurren Lagann actually wasn't, like, super long ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was, like, after Toonami had its big revival and they started, like, airing it.
Ah.
And I was just like, oh yeah, I want to, like, check this series out. So I, like, looked up on, I think, Netflix and just marathoned it.
You watched the whole thing?
Yeah. Well, it's like I watched the first half and I, like, took a break and watched the second half.
Ah.
Because, like, I got into the second half and was just like, yeah, this doesn't feel the same. It's weird.
Really? Second half is when it really picks up.
Yeah.
I mean, first half is good for introducing everything, but second half is when everything goes nuts.
Well, it's like, it's mainly, like, the very, like, end of the second half when it goes super nuts. Before that, there's, like, a good bit of, like, you know, like, political talk and, like, you know, dealing with new society and, like, everyone's kids and stuff like that.
I mean, I usually hate the political talk and everything, but, like...
Yeah.
They established everything so well.
Yeah, it definitely does serve, like, a very clear-cut, like, thematic purpose for everything.
Yeah, the first half set up everything so well that I didn't mind it.
Yeah. But it's like there's a good bit of time where it's just like, you know... Yeah, like, you know, we, like, have to, like, blame the hero for everything and, you know, make a big deal out of it and stuff. And it's just such a total shift that I was just like, alright, I'm just gonna, like, come back to this in a bit.
Yeah, it's like, wait a minute, Ross uses walking pile of garbage.
He really needs to be punched.
Really hard.
I really wish someone would punch this guy.
Somebody needs to punch him as hard as possibly.
And
Possibly projected out of a mech.
In the coolest way possible.
The coolest line ever.
Someone needs to dump a lot of money into making this punch look as good as it possibly can. Oh, man.
Not gonna lie, that one moment felt real good.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah. Suck it, Ross, you.
Oh, man. Jeez, do you remember, like, the end of that series well?
For the most part, I think.
There's a weird thing where it's like the hamster turns into, like, a person for a
Yeah,
bit.
yeah,
Bunta
like, turns to,
yeah, it's like, what?
Yeah,
This is so weird, though.
Spiral energy.
It's like just like head in a jar that like regains its body. It's like, wait, what? Okay.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, sure, I'm with you.
It's fine. Spiral energy is like the most busted thing in existence.
It's literally just because plot.
Yeah. Like, you talk about your force and your whatever.
Nah, screw the force, spiral energy.
Spiral energy is the most broken thing ever.
What can the force do? Like, project images and, you know, like, read the future and raise the dead and move objects and all this stuff and, like, makes you better at, like, everything you do and crap and turns you into Jesus Coon. Screw that, though. We got drills.
Well...
We got drills that make furries.
More than anything, spiral energy seems to be like Undertale's determination. It basically just lets you do whatever as long as you, like, don't give up.
It'll let you rip off the main character's gimmick if you really want to. And it's awesome.
It's like, well, crap. The enemy has spiral energy and they refuse to give up. We just can't win.
We need to believe harder, though.
We gotta believe harder than they believe.
We gotta believe harder and, like,
crap, their mech just grew to the size of a solar system. We gotta go bigger.
Oh, no.
Gotta go bigger. Big spoilers for Gurren Lagann.
Oh, man. That felt like...
Gurren Lagann goes places. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it.
Oh, boy. That, like... It's literally just, like, those last 2 or so, like, episodes. They're just, like, the hypest crap that have ever been made.
Yeah. I think the movies make them more hype? Or less hype. I don't remember which.
That's a huge difference.
I know, but I can't remember if the movie... I think the movie improves certain things and makes certain things worse. I can't remember what's made better. It might be the ending stuff.
I know there's, they did something with the ending. And it's because I've seen the thing. The, final lever.
Yeah.
And it's just this could either be really cool or really lame. But it seems pretty effing cool.
All I know is that I watched the anime and it was cool as heck.
Yeah, watch Gurren Lagann. It's a good show.
And I learned about Gurren Lagann from the Sci-Fi Channel of all places.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they used to do... I think they called it Anna Monday.
Oh.
Yeah, they had a series of... they would air anime on Mondays, obviously.
Yeah.
And they aired Gurren Lagann, obviously, which is where I first saw it. What was this other...
I know at some point they had, Gundam 00 on there.
They aired some show about demons. And...
Would have been Rave Master?
No, it wasn't Rave Master.
I think there was something like that, where it was an episode of Rave Master or something on there.
It wasn't Rave Master. Rave Master's all upbeat and happy and whatever. What I'm thinking of was dark and gritty, and
yeah,
there's a dude and a couple of chicks that followed him around. And...
Can you give any descriptions?
Is Toriko the show where the dude eats people, and what is Toriko?
He eats monsters.
Okay, I don't think it's Toriko.
Yeah, I feel like if it was Toriko, you'd probably know, because everyone would be like, yeah, food's the best.
No, it wasn't Toriko. It was...
It's the blue-haired guy with black eyebrows.
No, I think the characters had more grounded designs.
Well, now I have to figure this out.
Maybe it was called Toko?
Toko, never heard of it.
Maybe T-O... Either T-O-K-O or T-O-K-K-O. I feel like... Oh, wait. There's the autocorrect on Google. Maybe that's it. Japanese manga series, blah, blah, blah. I'll go to pictures.
Alright.
I might recognize the characters.
I imagine, it probably won't be Tokyo Ghoul, but maybe?
I'm pretty sure it was Toko. Yeah, this is it.
I've never heard of Toko before.
I think the guy had demon powers or something, or I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't remember the premise of the show. I just remember that it was.
Are you looking at images?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I see real quick?
It's just
just okay, yeah.
Posters or whatever. Some pictures of the characters.
Yeah, I've never heard of this.
Yeah. That aired on the Anna Monday thing. I don't remember what else did. But the biggest thing I remember is Gurren Lagann, because
yeah,
I couldn't ever forget that series.
Yeah. Screw Toko, Gurren Lagann though.
I don't think Toko hooked me. I don't because I don't even remember what it was about. I just remember that it existed.
I've got to think long and hard about whether to make this section its own thing or not.
All I remember.
All you remember?
No, I don't know. Maybe the reason I remember it is because one of the girls had a biker jacket and she kind of had it unzipped the whole time.
Yeah, that's pretty
And she didn't wear anything underneath it. I don't know. Maybe that stuck in my head.
Yeah, that's fairly memorable.
Just remember this this one thing makes me remember this anime I had no interest in otherwise.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember when we went on that big rant about Game Freak and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made that its own video.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, just see how long it was.
30 minutes?
28 minutes.
Okay. Oh, Monster. That was another one of the anime that was on Anime Monday.
Oh, I really need to check out Monster. I've heard really good things about it.
I started watching it. I don't know. I guess it just wasn't my thing. It was just a little too slow, a little too dreary.
Yeah.
I've heard it's good.
I've heard it's like there's a doctor who's trying to like help people, and he's like trying to stop a guy who's just born to be the absolute worst.
Episode 1 is like, there's this doctor, and he's like, I'll help I'm a good doctor, I'll help people and whatever.
Yeah.
And then like there's like a kid, and he's like, alright, I'm gonna do surgery on this kid and save his life. And they rush in like a politician or something, and they're like, he's got a lot of money, you gotta save him. And then he ignores his orders to save the politician and saves the kid instead.
Yeah.
And the politician dies. And then, surprise, the kid is like the spawn of Satan. Maybe not actually, but he's like a horrible, horrible person.
Yeah. I like the whole like conceit of that series is like, yes, Doctor's like this, really good person, He's like, he don't want to kill him or anything like that, but this kid's like absolute evil.
Yeah.
And it's all about like, well, what do you do when like, someone who like can't like, kill the like bad person, like fix everything, has to like basically like, stop this horrible person from like doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
And they just don't have like, the power to, I guess.
Yeah. I think the implication is that the kid was there because somebody had tried to kill him in the first place because he was awful.
Yeah.
And like, and I'm talking about all of this because this is like episode 1, so
yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Like, I was spoiled on like the ending of Monster, because some people were straight up like, oh yeah, I hate this.
Oh man.
I hate that, and it's like this. And other people are like, no, this is the most like thematically like fitting way this could have possibly ended.
Ugh, gotta watch it, I guess.
Yeah.
It kind of like how Pat and Wooly went into the basement cast, talking about the basement reveal in Attack on Titan, and I didn't understand any, like, I know the basic premise of what's in the basement.
Yeah.
But it, like, almost everything they were talking about, I was like, I am so lost. Partially because I don't know the characters or like what they're talking about because they never go into any kind of detail. And I'm like, what are they talking about? Who? When?
To make you want to watch Attack on Titan.
Kinda. And I'm like, Pat, memories from the future, what?
Yeah. It's like the like latest episode, it's like the end stinger basically. It's like got the flashbacks. Well, you've already said memories from the future.
Yeah. I mean, I might watch it.
Whereas a guy was just like, oh yeah, you have to like fix things for like Armin and Mikasa, and the guy's like, who the heck are they? And he's like, I don't quite know. It's like mid flashback.
Yeah, I need. Also, now that I know that Linked Horizon did the score for that anime, I'm way more interested in watching it.
Yeah.
Linked Horizon being, they did the intro for like, they did the first intro and the second. What are they on like three intros now?
They're on the fourth.
Okay, I don't know if they did the third or fourth, but I know they did the first one in Sasageo.
Yeah, like, the third one's, like, super different, so that makes sense.
Okay.
Because, like, the third season, switches gears big time.
Still, Linked Horizon, amazing band. They did the music for Bravely Default. They did something else, I think. Amazing, though.
Yeah, like, the first song's like, oh yeah, it's big hype, big action, Second one's... Wait, yeah, there's like, I think 3 before that point?
Before Sasageo?
No, 4 the one I'm thinking of, because there's like, the first one that's, like the classic one everyone knows about.
The one everybody knows, yeah.
Yeah, and there's like, one that starts off with this kind of like, anthem-like kind of start, I forget what it's called.
The second one?
Yeah.
The second one's Sasageo.
Okay,
There's
yeah.
something Japanese Sasageo. I only remember Sasageo because it's like repeated multiple times in the song.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it would be. Alright, yeah, so that's the first one's like. Yeah. And the third one's. Yeah, I think it is something different from Sasagio, because the third one's the one where they have, like, the dinosaurs.
Oh, it's dumb.
It's like, yeah, well, it's like the Tads and the humans and stuff, they all have hearts. It's like shown visually, like these quick images.
Yeah.
And it just like cuts to like,
dinosaurs.
Yeah, it's like Beast Tad running alongside like dinosaurs and like giraffes. And there's just a whale floating in the background.
I'm kind of bummed I didn't actually get into the series because people were like, "Oh, it's all right. It's an okay anime. It's just like it's got some cool moments, but it's all right." And it's like, okay, it's all right because it's like setting up a bunch of crap. Apparently,
yeah,
setting up a whole bunch of crap to blow your mind later.
Yeah, like Attack on Titan's like I'd say it's a great series. But you have to, like, have a bit of patience with it, because, like, there is a lot of, like, slower pacing to things.
Yeah.
Where it's, like, especially early on, it's just like, oh, here's, like, entire, like, batches of episodes. There's just, like, this one military operation. Because you just have to, like, go through everything and just see, like, everyone just get super screwed.
Yeah. Game's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, up until the point where you get through all the story stuff and then it starts telling you to grind.
Yeah.
And at that point, I lost interest because as fun as it is to fly around and kill titans, I just wanted to get through more story.
Yeah. They did make a sequel to the game.
Yeah, but then I'd have to go back and, like, grind through Attack on Titan. I don't know. Maybe I'll get it someday.
Maybe.
I think I've still got a recording of that bug where I, like, latched onto the sky and started flying.
Just straight up.
Yeah, you were there. I can't remember how I did it or what I did specifically, but I remember grappling to the sky and then just flying, and it was really weird. Like it thought there was a titan nearby that I could latch onto, but...
Oh, well, that is bizarre.
Yeah, I'll have to see if I can find the video.
Oh, man. Yeah, like, Attack on Titan's, like, going to some nutty places right now.
Yeah.
And apparently it's like the manga's still going, and it's still going to pretty nutty places. It's like, oh yeah, I set up all these, like, really crazy things. Now we have to deal with, like, the aftermath of just all of that and actually deal with the problem. It's like, there's still big crazy town fights that are going on. They're just using, like, the new things they've established, and it's like, okay, yeah. Like, if you know what the big spoiler for the series is, like, I kind of don't want to, like, spoil people if I don't have to.
I won't mention what it actually is. I mentioned the future memories thing, but that means, like, nothing to anybody.
Yeah. But, like, you know what, like, the big spoiler is?
Yeah.
So it's like, take that, like, that setting, and it's like, oh yeah, towns are, like, doing things with stuff in that setting. And it's like, okay, that's actually pretty dope.
It's so funny that they labeled what they did as a spoiler cast, but I got nothing out of it. Except for the general thing that you already told me.
Yeah. Like, you'd probably... I imagine you'd, like, pick up on, like, specific, like, things, like, 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 yeah, there's, like, characters who are lying and stuff, and it's like, yeah, like, this isn't the way it, like, looked in the picture and things like that. It's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. I like, something they mentioned is, like, the bad guy outs himself as the bad guy, and instead of them sitting around talking about it, somebody just ices him immediately.
I'm trying to think, like, what was that?
He's, I don't know, they were like, oh, join us and whatever, and blah, 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 or something. And then instead of just sitting there talking about it, what's the name of the female character that usually hangs around with the main character?
Mikasa?
Yeah, I think it's Mikasa. Just, like, offs the guy. Or at least that's what Pat and Wooly were saying. I think.
I have to like go back and re-listen to it, like, because I don't remember that really happening.
I don't know. I think I was falling asleep. Maybe I imagined that, but I'm pretty sure they mentioned something similar to that. Or maybe I misunderstood what they were saying.
Yeah, okay, I think you, like, misunderstood. It's like something in the flashback.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. Your character's just like, oh yeah, you know, like, being the super evil one. He's like, yeah, don't you want your revenge or whatever? And he just dies super hard.
Okay.
Yeah. Right, alright. So I just try to think of, like, I guess never mind, forget it. So yeah, I guess we're all done with that.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. But, like, I can't guarantee you'll be into it, but, like, yeah, like, it'd be good if you would at least, like, check out Attack on Titan, because there's something there.
How many episodes are we on now?
It's hard to tell, because I think the episode count, like, changes each season. Because they, like, refresh from 1 or something.
Okay, but we're on to, like, season 4?
Yeah, basically.
How many episodes are in season 1?
I can't remember.
Nah.
So that's a bit disappointing. But, like, it wouldn't be hard to really look that up, I think.
I just hate trying to catch up to long-running series. That's
Yeah.
one of the few reasons I just don't care about One Piece.
Yeah.
There's like 700 plus episodes and I just can't be bothered.
Yeah. One Piece is, like, it's a big investment. And, like, once you start getting into arcs, it's just like, okay, yeah, this is gonna, like, take a few episodes to, like, really get going.
If someone were to do what they did with Naruto, where they cut out everything that's not important.
There is, like, a thing called One Piece.
Where they do that?
They cut out the anime filler, but, like, One Piece is still gigantic, so...
Yeah.
But yeah, it's, like, kind of cutting things so that they, like, fall in line with, like, the actual chapters and stuff. But the big problem is, like, the first, like... Well, I guess not, like, seasons, but, like, arcs or whatever, like, do kind of, like, follow the series well enough already.
Everything involving Buggy and...
yeah.
Luffy getting his crew together.
So it's not really until, like, the time skip where, like, things become really egregious filler-wise and they start making, like, big cuts and,
Okay.
Yeah, for then it's just like, yeah, some episodes they have, like, covered and some they just don't.
I didn't mind the first season or so, or, like, what I watched, where it was... I watched up to the part where Luffy was supposedly going to be executed, which obviously doesn't happen.
Yeah. Did you watch the Funimation dub or
Funimation dub.
Okay.
And then, like, see, I was watching it with my cousin, and we were watching it on a illegal streaming site.
Alright.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
And, like, we were like, okay, well, we're gonna keep going and keep watching after this, like, see what happens with Luffy, how he gets out of the execution. And, like, it goes to the part where he's about to be executed, and the next episode, and then it's, like, several, like, hundreds of episodes in. And it's like, did you guys screw up the order? What happened?
Yeah, that sounds like a big screw up.
It jumped from Luffy about to be executed in town to, like, they're flying up a water spout on their ship.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So it's like... Well, it's going from, like, I'll say, I use, like, the term arc kind of generously, the East Blue quote-unquote arc. Because it's kind of, like, a bunch of different, like, kind of smaller things that, like, pale in comparison to the later arcs.
Yeah.
To, like, the Alabasta arc, which is this giant desert thing. And it's, like, right into, like, the, like, bit into the start of, like, the third big quote-unquote, like, arc.
So they just...
Which is, about the Sky Islands.
So they just skipped a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah,
they didn't just skip the conclusion, they skipped an entire, like, 100-some episode arc.
Jeez. Also, even with a, like, non-filler cut of One Piece. I don't know how much I actually care because
Yeah.
I think the character designs are awful.
Like, I feel like the big thing with One Piece is, like, it's kind of like JoJo's in a weird way. Where it's like, you look at modern JoJo's characters, and it's like, these guys look like, dorks.
Well, they're dressed like dorks. They're not like potato
It's
people
like,
or bowling pin people.
yeah, it's like, look, this weird dude just running around with these, like, circular, like, glory holes in his hair. And he's
Again,
just got a big heart on his chest,
Again, they have like flamboyant clothes and stupid hair, but they're not potatoes and bowling pins and like weird alligator monster humans. That supposed mermaids that actually look like horrible monsters.
Most mermaids do look like mermaids. There's just that one who's just fat for a joke.
And then there's the soda man with the scrawny legs and
like that fat mermaid is you don't even know it's a mermaid at first. There's walking around shit like Sanji just starts drowning. He's like, wait, there's something in the water. He's like, it's sick. He's like, oh, it's a mermaid. And it like cuts to the wide shot. And it's just this fat, just old lady, just like you see before, just like mermaiding it up. And Sanji's just like, kill me now.
Yeah, there are certain things I do like an episode. I think I caught an episode on Toonami where Zoro's looking for a new sword, and he goes to a sword shop, and the shop owner's like, "Oh, you don't want that sword? That sword is super cursed." And Zoro's like, "All right, screw it," and he like throws it into the air, and he's like, "Which is gonna be better, your curse or my luck?" And like he catches it by the handle, and he's like, "Yep, I win." Like,
no, he doesn't catch it by the handle. Like,
what happens?
Yeah, it starts falling towards his arm. And it falls over. It's like the curve of the sword, like, just barely goes around his arm.
Yeah. So
like he's like, let's see if the sword will cut off my arm or not.
Yeah, so Zoro's luck is so stupidly overpowered that it beats the curse of the sword.
And then immediately after that, he gets the sense of direction of like an actual gerbil. And just can never find his way to anything ever.
Yeah,
except for when he wanders into the plot place.
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, I've seen. After that, I've seen episodes every now and then where the big thing is like Zoro needs to get to the fight, but he can't find his way there because he's super lost for some reason.
Yeah. Like, the worst part is, like, it seems like that's, well, I guess not worse, but, like, yeah, it seems like that's getting worse over time.
That's the curse of the sword.
Yeah, it might be, actually.
Like, having it gives you terrible, like, sense of direction.
Yeah, like, the manga's currently in WoW, so I won't be surprised if there's something like, yeah, if you wield this cursed sword, then, you're like, you will always be lost in the fog or something like that. And it's like, okay, that's what it is.
And it's like, oh, it meant literally.
Yeah. Man, there's like an episode where it's like Zoro's just like at this castle by himself, and he's like, I have to get to the others. And he spends like something like several weeks just running around on the first floor.
Oh my god.
And there's like, how the fuck are you this bad?
Well, he's not the navigator. That's Nami's job.
If Zoro was the navigator, that would be a much different series.
God help us.
He's like, whatever, I'm just gonna like keep turning left and I'll eventually get there. And there's like, that's not how it works, you idiot.
Follow the wall, stupid. Don't you know anything about mazes?
Oh, Zoro's like so badass, they just have to nerf him.
Yeah. Well, dude can wield 3 swords, or maybe more, I don't know. Maybe he gets the ability to wield more later.
Technically 9, but it's still 3.
He could they're just interchangeable.
Well, no, there's like a point where he just like uses his willpower to like form the illusion of having like 2 extra heads and 2 extra sets of arms.
Oh, I've seen like the manga panel of that.
He just does the Ashura thing.
Except the others are actually illusions and they're just for fake outs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's very vague because it's like a technique. So it's just like, alright, I guess that's what this is.
One Piece has cool stuff, but there are other things that I think are stupid.
Yeah. Like, I feel like with the designs, it's like, first off, like, they get way goofier over time.
Yeah.
So it's like, when you're watching it, it's just like, it kind of like eases you into it, I think. And, you just kind of go with it for long enough, and it's just like, alright, yeah, I'm just used to seeing potato people now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is normal.
I mean, since season 1, you have a pirate clown.
Yeah.
Which is somehow less stupid than the designs you see later.
Yeah.
It's just like okay, there's a pirate and he's got a clown motif. All right, whatever. And then he's got a cool power, and it's like, well, that's fine. And then you get to like, God, what's that dude? He's like part giraffe or some crap.
Kaku.
And then there's a dude who looks like a puppet for some reason.
Yeah.
Freaking weird.
Like, one of the things that's really cool about that is that, like, it actually manages to, like, kind of sidestep, like, the problem of, like, spot the main character. Because, like, you just look like a crowd shot of people, and it's just like all these guys look like complete oddballs. Any one of them could be a badass.
A bunch of people look like oddballs. Then Luffy could pretty easily blend into a crowd.
Yeah.
Like, if he's not stretching, or like, if he's just walking around and he, like, him in his red vest and his shorts and his straw hat.
Yeah.
If you didn't know anything about One Piece, you would probably assume he was a random dude.
Yeah, it was like upon, like, the current arc of, like, Wano, where it's just like, there's this random, just, like, fat nobody who's about to fight this ripped monster man named Jack the Drought.
Uh-huh.
And Jack's just like, oh yeah, I'm turned to a mammoth and have all these, like, crazy powers and stuff. And he's like, like, get out of my way, I'm gonna, like, defeat you for Kaido and stuff. And, like, this disagreement. And the fat dude's just, like, just wrecks Jack in, like, one shot. And it's like, oh yeah, this guy's actually one of the legendary, like, 9 samurai of the island or something. And it's like, oh, okay.
The furthest I'm willing to go with, like, the weird potato people thing is, like, I think Blackbeard has an alright design. Because he doesn't, he's not full potato. He just kind of looks like a really, like, fat dude.
Yeah, he's one of those characters where you see him and you're immediately like, this guy's a massive goober. And it's like, oh no, he's the main villain of the series. Okay.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, like, he looks goofy, but I don't know, there's something cool about his look. He looks like traditional pirate man, like like made into a cartoon. And then it's like, I also have the power of darkness or some crap, and it's like, or is it gravity?
No, it's darkness.
Okay.
But that translates into, like, gravity.
Okay. So, like, I don't know, there's just something cool about Blackbeard despite his design. And then you get characters like Whitebeard, who kind of look goofy, but mostly look like a super cool guy.
Yeah, Whitebeard's probably, like, one of the coolest characters in the series.
Yeah, and it's like he's a giant, like, actually, for some reason.
No, he's not a giant. He's
Really?
just really huge.
Well, I meant, oh yeah, that's right, giants are actually a thing in One Piece. Okay, so, well, yeah, okay, he's huge, is what I mean. I forgot that literal giants are in One Piece.
Yeah, the One Piece world is nuts. Like, normal people can grow, like, 10 feet tall or some shit.
Yeah.
Like, Whitebeard towers over them.
Yeah, so Whitebeard's just gigantic, and one of the toughest, coolest guys in the series from what I've seen.
Yeah.
And my experience with him is just from the game. But even then, it's like, oh man, Whitebeard's awesome.
Whitebeard's like, my crew is my family, and I will die to save my family. And it's like, oh, you're so cool, though.
Never back down, never surrender.
Never show the enemy your back. Never turn away to run.
And so he just takes like a bunch of he just takes the biggest beating ever and dies the coolest guy ever.
Like, Blackbeard, like, fights him, and, like, all Blackbeard's men just, like, unload all their guns and cannons into him, and Whitebeard just keeps going and just beats the shit out of Blackbeard.
That's always a super cool hype thing. Like,
yeah,
that's one of the reasons why Zabuza in Naruto is the coolest thing ever. It's because, like, oh, you found out that he's being played by the actual bad guy, and Zabuza's like, I can't use my hands anymore. Here, stick this kunai in my mouth, and then he goes ham on the bad guy and all of his goons. And it's like, okay, Zabuza's like a beast even without his sword.
Like, Blackbeard just takes a step towards Blackbeard, and Blackbeard just unloads all his guns and starts, like, freaking out and cowering in terror. As Whitebeard just dies standing up, just glaring at him.
That's always a cool thing, too, is, like, it's like,
oh, man.
The hero dies, like, even though they're dead, they're still moving out of sheer determination or whatever.
It's the coolest hero death there will ever be.
I'm trying to think of another instance where that happens, but...
Where it's...
does JoJo Part 5 count?
I don't...
No, because that's external. That happens because of external help.
Yeah. I know it's like in Twilight Princess, that's how like Ganon goes out.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he dies standing up with like the sword stuck through him. Man, and you just walk away.
I hope they port Twilight Princess to the Switch, because I'm never getting a Wii U unless I can get one for like $50.
Oh man, like I do have a Wii U. I don't think I never really use it, but I don't know. I do have like Bayonetta 2 for it, so maybe one day.
Bayonetta 2 is on Switch, isn't it?
Now it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't when I got it.
Yeah. Well, Bayonetta, yeah, because Switch wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
Can't wait for Bayonetta. Like, do they have all three? 3's not out yet, right?
3's not out yet.
But 1 and 2 are?
Yeah.
And they're on Switch?
Yeah, I think so.
I gotta get 2.
I still need to beat 1.
Oh, it's good.
It's, like, it was real good from when I played.
Yeah, I played through Bayonetta 2 on stream. Bayonetta 1 on stream. I want to stream Bayonetta 2 and 3, but if they're gonna be Switch exclusive, then I need a capture card.
Yeah. But yeah, as well as my mods, like, One Piece right now is just nuts. Cause, like, it's never been kind of goofier, I think. But at the same time, it's still super good. And that's kind of amazing for a series that's lasted, like, decades. Like, Big Mom is currently just fighting dinosaurs. And it's awesome.
Speaking of series that are, like, beloved by many and, like just I haven't been keeping up with it, or haven't finished, Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
I gotta finish watching that one.
Yeah, you'll be, like, playing, like, over on, like, Sunday or something, so, like, maybe we could, like, you know, like, get into that, maybe? I don't know. Maybe not, I don't know.
I rather sit and watch anime at my own time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna if I have my money my money by the end of the day, I'm gonna order a copy of I'm gonna get Mario Maker 2 digitally.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna order a physical copy of Breath of the Wild. Maybe if I can find hopefully I can find a discounted price.
Yeah. Yo, what's my mods? Like, one thing about Hunter x Hunter that'll, like, probably help getting through the last bit is that it's, like, the Chimerant arc is, like, split into kind of 2 halves, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very much a sort of, like, cell arc kind of thing, where it's, like, you know...
Well, I mean,
yeah.
I don't need help getting through it or whatever, it's just there's other
Yeah.
stuff I want to watch.
Well, it might help, like, get into it. It's like, you know, yeah, it's not, like, as much of one long continuous thing, because there is, like, a, you know, like, setting transition stuff. And after that, there's, like, another arc, so that's why the episode counts, like, so big.
Right. Because I've been...
Yeah.
I've been watching JoJo every Friday, and, Help the Fox Cinco-san,
Yeah.
which I know you don't care much for.
Yeah, I dropped it.
But I've been watching that, and nothing else?
I've mainly been watching, like, JoJo's, like, Kimetsu no Yaiba, which is just amazing, and, like, that's just a great series. And then I've also been, like, watching the Kakagurui Season 2, like, I've been trying to keep up with, like, the Gundam The Origin, which is, like, Char's backstory, and that's been kind of goofy.
My issue is
Yeah.
I'll watch like a series at a time.
Yeah.
I've got a huge backlog of stuff to possibly watch, and it's just like,
Yeah, I try to, like, follow stuff as it comes out, and if I, like, get behind it, it's just, like, you know, gets put off to the side, basically.
Yeah.
In time, just like, alright, I feel motivated enough to do this right now.
Yeah, because I still gotta... I finished Season 1 of Overlord, like, months and months ago.
Man, I still need to do Overlord.
I need to watch Season 2 of Overlord. It's 2 and 3 of Overlord.
Yeah.
Apparently One Punch Man Season 2 came out. I think it's over at this point.
Yeah, like, I heard very, like, not great things about it.
They changed, like, the animation studio or something.
Yeah, and the animation's not nearly as good as it should be, which is a real shame because the manga still looks amazing.
Yeah, I still want to watch it.
Yeah. Like, honestly, like, at this point, just, like, read through the manga.
No.
No. But the manga's just so good, though.
Does the anime cover everything the manga does?
Not yet.
I mean, as far as, like, has the anime left things out?
From what I know, Season 2 hasn't covered the full arc.
Okay, but so far, has it left anything out from the manga?
Not to my knowledge.
Well, then I'm gonna watch the anime. I've read one manga series in my whole life to completion, and it was Soul Eater, because the anime was crap. Let me clarify.
The ending.
The anime is crap the moment it splits from the manga.
Yeah, the moment they introduced, like, Coffee Guy, specifically.
Yeah.